So, hi YouTube, this is Ronnie Quest, owner operator of R3 Limited LLC. Let me see, kind of correct the camera a little bit. That's better, a little bit better. So, this is my journey or my blog, and I haven't been in front of you guys in a while, so I do apologize. So, first, let me go ahead and tell you what the blog is about. Please hit subscribe. I would like for you to be subscribers on my channel. What I decided to do was just vlog about my journey to full-time entrepreneurship. So this is what the vlog is about. I'm an authentic, real, happy chick. I kind of like to say myself. Yes, I'm happy sometimes. I don't know. But that's who I am. So this is really me journeying the progress and everything. And yes, I tell you about my struggles, my successes, what I'm currently dealing with, what I'm trying to find solutions for, and how I'm finding those solutions too. So if you're interested in that, please tune in. First, let's get started. Let's talk about why I thought it was important to do a blog. One, I wanted to make sure I was able to look back, see kind of my journey, what was going on. Also, what I noticed as I was on my journey, that a lot of people I think that have made it to a certain point of success, they sometimes just want to forget about all the things they went through before they got to that, or they're not really telling them that anymore. So what's happening is people who are on their journey themselves, they are stopping their journey or they're not going on their journey because they don't realize it's a process, and it's the process you have to get through, and you have to be able to go through that. So I think sharing it hopefully will help others, also help myself to see where I came from and then what I'm struggling with, and then also just to see the progress that I'm making. Because sometimes we get so bogged down in the goal setting, the trying to get to the next level, the wanting to hit goals, hitting goals, not hitting some, adjusting, whatever it may be. But it helps to vlog and to understand and see where you came from. So hopefully that's kind of explained to you what's going on. So let's kind of talk about some things. One, I talk about one book that if you've never heard me talk about it, I think it's a great book to read. It's called A Millionaire Next Door. It really shows you about why some things you really see on media or put into, into magazines or whatever. So, because it's like telling a story. So remember, stories sell. So usually if people can have a good story, you usually hear about those. But that is not the majority of successful people in America, guys. So I just want you to always remember that success is a lot of different things. It's just not what you're seeing on social media. It's extremely, hugely successful people that probably don't even have any social media accounts at all. So you want to make sure that you always are aware of that you're connecting with those people too. And it's more of them, actually. Probably more than it is of the other. So always remember also social media is controlled content. So if you're following an entrepreneur or business owner, they have to control their content. They're constantly attracting their followers, their customers, etc. Doesn't mean that they don't have struggles. Doesn't mean they didn't have a bad day. Doesn't mean they're not feeling well right then and there. Doesn't mean they don't have something personal going on in their life. Doesn't mean that that person is not broke right now. Doesn't mean that that person is really trying to figure out a major issue. So don't think that because that's all you see that it's all perfect. No one is perfect, guys. So always remember that, and I want you to really go towards your goals, whatever it may be. Is it promotion at work? Is it college? Is it buying a house? If it's buying your next car, if it's getting your credit together, if it's building a business, whatever it is. So I wish you much success in that. So on to what is going on in my world and what am I currently struggling with? The same thing. Like, I'm still struggling with trying to find a good mentor. So let's kind of talk about the whole mentor thing. So, you kind of take your mentor on a date to try to see if it's a good fit for you. And you're trying to decide about, like, is this a great mentor or not? I haven't successfully found one yet. So I still definitely connect with mentors or people that I definitely look up to that have had levels of success or, things that I would love to see happen into my life. So I'm like, oh, that's somebody I would want to learn from. So I definitely set up sessions. I think, understanding about investing in yourself is so huge. I take classes, I do sessions, whatever. I just don't have a one mentor yet. That's what I'll say. So But I've always done that. Even when I was in corporate, I've always believed strongly in getting mentors and even changing your mentors every so often. So I did that too. I've always done that. So on the entrepreneur journey, I still haven't found one. But what I have done during that time, I've always met with people and stuff. And that kind of brings me to the topic of my webinar. I finally have my webinar coming up in October. And I actually wanted to start with webinars and not with the workshops locally, because really this business, this is my second business that I'm building, but this business, R3 Unlimited, I really wanted to focus on making sure that I was building my business to be worldwide. So I really didn't structure it to really focus on the local market that I'm in. And I did that because of what my end goals are. But under the advisement of one of the mentors I was kind of shopping around, they were like, well, still do a workshop locally. Like, I know what your end goal is, but still do a workshop locally. I think it's important. So that's what we did. They were okay. I don't think this arena or area really is into that yet. So that's why I was like, I felt like the webinar would definitely be more strategic and more successful for me. So I'm excited to finally get that off the ground. But that's kind of like the struggles you will deal with when you're starting your business. So that was a good example of something that I personally went through. R3 Unlimited team is growing, guys. Yes, we have a new team member. I've always had an assistant, and then I had to switch to a virtual assistant to make sure I was getting, as my business grew, that I was getting the things I need to get done on a technical end, because my business is definitely more technical than anything. And so now that that is happening, I am finally to add a team member. Woo woo. Happy to get away from solopreneurship, sole proprietorship, whatever you want to call it, whatever. So I'm happy to have that happening. That is in process. I will let you know how that goes, and I'll keep you updated on that. But very exciting times, because if you really understand about scaling a business, you really can't properly scale without a team. You have to have a team. Simple as that. No ways around it. It's a process. You'll hire, you'll fire, you'll find good people. They'll make it something better. They'll leave you. You have to find somebody else. You'll have people who will stick with you forever. So just understand that's a process. Just go through the process, build a team. My clients are growing. A lot of great things happening there. I am learning a lot. The team is learning a lot. We have literally probably in the last 3 months learned so much of what usually a firm that is probably 5 to 10 years has in their knowledge base. We are learning under the 5-year period. So I'm extremely excited about that. We have businesses doing everything you can imagine right now. So we're kind of everywhere. Tax laws, sales tax, trainings, installations, partnerships, like everything you can imagine is happening. So we are getting a wealth of knowledge right now, which is exciting. So that means, of course, we are becoming more valuable as a company, and we're able to now offer more. And as things happen and we grow, then of course, then we'll begin to add more team members, and I get into my next strategic plan, which is what the whole point of building R3 was about. So also on top of that, I am now the president of the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce, which is a awesome thing. I'm very excited, humbled to even be chosen to do that position. I'm very excited to put the CSRA area into the arena of the hundreds upon hundreds of ethnic minority chambers around the country already. So what we realized is that we are missing out on a lot of great things that are happening within these chambers because we don't have this in existence in our area. So I've actually reached out to the Hispanic Women Chamber in Texas because they are able to do something that I need for R3 Unlimited that I am working on personally. So I've actually reached out to them for them on some assistance on some things. And then hopefully I'll probably put that service in the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce if the board approves. So all type of great things happening in Ronique's world. Again, struggle where I talked about kind of mentorship. And then also struggle of always balancing my time because I do wear multiple hats. I still consult guys. Like when I stepped out to do my business, I don't have a rich husband. I don't have a rich aunt. I don't have a rich uncle. I don't have a rich grandma. I don't have a rich dad. I don't have a rich mom. So it's all me. I couldn't just be like, oh, I'm starting a business and it's just turns a profit. Sorry, I still had to work. So what I did was I consulted. I don't consult as much as I used to. Of course, the first couple of years, that has really lessened a whole lot as time grows. So it just means that I'm growing on the other end, which is what was the whole plan. Like I really planned out. Like I was like, okay, it probably take me 10 years to really build what I want in the end. That's kind of how I stepped into the whole journey. So that is a quick update, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure you are following me on all social medias, R3 Unlimited. Also, now I have a new page. I am Ronique M. West on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there as well. So I hope you continue to follow the journey and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am back and we are back in full swing. Talk to you guys later. Have a blessed one.